So let's go ahead and move this army. So here, I want to see what the Countess has. So we'll send you here. 60! I don't even think I need to fight these peasants. Why are there only 60? I don't understand. Offer quarter. Ah, you're gonna... Okay, so you all actually want to fight. Okay, you're gonna die, and you're gonna die super fast. Countess, that's what you get for being in the way, I guess. Now I have to be mindful, too, that the Countess could march onto me pretty quickly and possibly take Essex if I'm not careful. So that army that took Kent is going to have to be kind of my backup force. There we go. So they're dead. So I'm just kicking everybody to the curb now, and let's go ahead and start this siege. Oh, I can't start the siege? Okay, well, let's go ahead and park in this county. Okay, so I'm going to have to trust and believe in my ability to take on the knight up north. So I'm going to leave these Swedish swordsmen. Since I do want to take that county, I'm actually going to park them here where the Countess is. We'll see what happens. I guess that means we need to move you all west as far as possible. And in this game, since it is older, you do actually have to micromanage your forces. Just a little more than maybe a lot of people would like. Here's more Swedes. Let's get you all out of the county, and let's get you all... I thought y'all could march further. But yeah, the Earl's on the ropes officially. He's on notice. So we'll send more swordsmen down here. Mercenaries are good. So let's see here. This county will be okay. They'll be okay once they get everybody out of there. Unfortunately, the Stuart has a tendency to really like to have my people eat cattle instead of grain, or instead of sheep, and that's not good. Because you all can just eat all the mutton you want this season. That's right, it's mutton season. So we are going to have to micromanage a little bit, but once again, wool, not a great resource anymore. It's not going to do a lot for us, so this is going to get a lot of stuff here. Alright. So more Swedish swordsmen, exactly what we needed at this point. Unfortunately, we can't afford them. But that means they'll be around next turn to get them. So I'm going to do one more turn. I know my turns are taking a little longer this time, but there's a lot going on. And if you all have been sticking around so far, I think that's partially because you like what you're seeing, and maybe you want to see some more extended play. I don't know. But there is a lot of combat. There is a lot going on here, so I hope you all don't mind the episode's starting to get a little more bloated. But there's just so much to do and so little automation in this game. So there goes the bishop sending another force. I can wonder if it's only peasants. But he is feeding his people with just... Okay, so thank you for softening me up there. 170. Oh, okay, that's my... I was about to say, that's my army. Good, good, good. Okay. So we can just send you all down here. We're going to send the swordsmen first, because these peasants are going to be very important for the siege. They're going to be kind of my my people. So yeah, this force may not even make it. They may not make the engagement versus the swordsmen too much. Let's go ahead and get aggressive here. Fortunately, there's not friendly fire in this game, so if I do lose units, I lost one. That's better than the alternative, because that means the bishop might not be trying to attack me here. There goes the Countess, who's now trying to defend her troops. Oh man, she... Okay, so she at least has archers. But since I have 3 times their army, they just decide to keel over. Oh my god, 27. 27. Nobody. I wish I could keep their axes. That'd be awesome. But you can't, so... There's the knight, who is now in a lot of trouble. And I could actually... Okay, so he's going after those forces. That's fortunate. More farmers in certain areas. That's okay. Have excess farmers' rations changed there. The knight says, Knave, who are you attacking? I'll tell you, I'm attacking you. So the question is, what is the Baron going to do? Is he going to send a big army after me, or is he going to try and consolidate lands to the south? He has a lot of troops. We don't know. So like I said, we're going to do one more turn here. All of our counties are flashing. Yay, Stuart. That's like saying, hey, do this yourself. Okay, so let's start here because Yorkshire could be the most critical of the counties in terms of condition. We just really, really, really want to get we want to plan as much as we can, but we don't want to overdo it. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these fields. Just to make sure the AI doesn't get stupid. But I do have a pretty good population base to raise troops from. So now that I have conquered that, I could potentially take this county this turn. That may incite the Baron to attack, I don't know. So let me go ahead and dispatch another message to the Baron saying, Beard Bros for life. I think that's what I sent before. It's like, it's nice. The North this year, the knight is a dick. Yay. So I'm still getting pretty good taxes. Not getting a lot of new armaments. I have 50 swords so far. So we'll see what happens. Because I may just go ahead and send... So here, how many swordsmen do I have here? 97 Danish swordsmen. I'm going to see if I can take this county with them. That'd be pretty awesome if I could. Because if I can get those 300 some out of here, this county's going to be able to sustain itself just fine. Alright, so mercenaries here, Gascony archers. I like that. Gascony archers are very useful. Especially when I can start supporting them with swordsmen and peasants. So that could be worthwhile. I could get rid of some of this population to try and change things a little bit. County management is fun. Still wanting Irish spearmen after all this time. Let's see here. Do you all need... You all are starting to eat some grain. I guess we can do a little bit of farming. Apparently the steward wants you to do a lot of farming. So shepherds beware. These people are still pretty happy. It's decent. Okay, so gift of grain from abroad. We're pretty happy here. And no wool to sell. Lots of iron. You sell cheap weapons. More Swedish swordsmen. So here, I have enough crowns to actually hire these guys. And I have enough crowns to hire the guys up north. So I'm going to probably send these guys... Let's see here. My western campaign's pretty good, but I'm going to send these guys to the north through Buckinghamshire. I may have to start taking on the Baron. I really don't want to from the north. I'm going to have to send these guys to defend Nottinghamshire, probably. Because that big ball from the Baron, he has a few of them. I know they're probably mostly peasants, but you don't want to mess with that. Because they can still overwhelm you. So, yeah. Little county management. Just want to try and get through the seasonal calendar year here. So it's here. Are we eating cattle here? Are we still eating cows? You don't need to eat cows, buddy. So, alright, we actually had Bright good for the harvest, except we had the tiniest ass harvest ever. But there's not enough people to worry about the food population. Rats ate these guys' grain, which really sucks because they don't really have enough grain to plant now. So we got to get you all out of here. So let's plant like 30 grain and put you all in there. Because we don't want to lose too much grain. Let's go ahead and move these troops out of here while I'm thinking about it. Like I said, the steward is automation, but it's not perfect automation. Now let's look at the Countess's castle here. Because I may be able to siege it with 150 troops. Yeah, I'm going to be able to take that on with 150 troops. So here, this is a tiny county too, so I can't really supply troops from there. But... okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this siege. Just doing all kinds of campaigns all at once. We don't need fighters yet. We'll need fighters by the end. And we'll get some foragers. There's not a lot of people left. So let's hear. How many is it to build a trebuchet? 360? Cool. Rest of y'all forge. 6 trebuchets should be enough to take this out pretty quick. So the question is, do I want to just go ahead and try and wax the Countess? The answer might be yes. So we're going to besiege this castle as well, because the Countess made a pretty crappy castle, so she deserves to be punished. However, it does have a good... It does have some pretty high morale people in it, so... We're going to skimp a little bit on the foraging this turn, just because I want to go ahead and get 2 trebuchets now. I'll move you all down here just to be a potential siege breaking force. And you're more Swedish swordsmen. I think the Baron has a decent castle there, and a decent castle there. Well, shit. Alright, we'll go ahead and move y'all on the crossroads, just to see what happens. So I guess the other question is, what do I want to do with these counties? They lost some stores. That really sucks. I don't want you all eating all of your sheep, although you know what, actually, if I get a merchant here I can sell more sheep, so I do not want you all to get rid of all of your grain all at once, so yeah, we'll do that. We don't need that many fields. We don't need that many fields, so there. Try and get some fertility back in the soil. There we go. So, high production county. Let's go ahead and get these forces out of here too, just so that I put pressure on his ability to eat and feed his people. Good, good. So I think you all are still moving north. Nope, I already moved y'all. I thought the flag was supposed to be solid when you were done with your turn, but maybe not. So let's see here. I don't think we're getting too much in the way of mercenaries this turn. Other than, of course, the archers here, which we're going to jump all over. Archers are fantastic for my purposes. So I guess the question now is, do I take this county and incite the wrath of the Baron? I don't really want the knight to linger around if he doesn't have to, so... Let's see here. I don't have a ton of crowns left, but if there's a better time to take a county, it's when the merchant is in there. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and kick the knight in the pants, attack the county. Debbyshire's mine, stores, fire, they're a little happier now. So let's see here, I have 300 and I have a few crowns, enough to buy just a little bit of stuff. But there are other merchants in other more populous counties that I can sell to, so let's go ahead and sell 20 cacaos. And can I afford to sell stuff here? Yes, I can. Let's sell 15 cows. Now, I could be selling some iron. I probably don't need that much iron, so let's sell one of those. And look at that, we have more crowns. So Debbyshire's going to be alright. And I can even plant some grain, because this has a tiny, tiny, tiny population base. So let's buy 18 cattle. 26 cattle is going to be more than enough here. In fact, it may be more than the people here can handle. Yeah, we don't need miners right now. We don't need armorers. Don't even really need farmers. We need herders. So yeah, I have a lot of cattle. Maybe too many cattle. But for now, we're not going to worry about planting. So that does mean I'm not going to be losing fields. Cool. So let's see, how are you all doing food-wise? Decent enough. Not great, not terrible. Don't need that many cow fields. Probably do need 3 fields, though. As weird as that sounds. because we just don't have a ton of cattle ranchers here. As once again, the Stewart, I wish there was a way to better prioritize what the Stewart was doing with your forces here, but let's see here. Can probably raise 100 peasants without much problem. So yeah, we're okay. Let's go ahead and combine these armies. So there we go. I'm going to be raising probably 100 swordsmen from here next turn, just to try and see if I have to take on the Baron if he comes to strike. So let's see, are there any other forces I need to move? Yes, there is. I do need to actually start this siege. So there we go. Almost missed that one. So, this is how you flip a bunch of counties in Lords of the Realm. You roll late. So, my morale's excellent, which is great. And because this is a large sieging force, there we go. I can get a few more foragers here. They'll get enough food. Now this is another one of these castles that I am going to have to send some fighters in eventually. But for now, they just don't have a high morale. And I'm going to be moving these swordsmen in front eventually. So yeah, let's end the turn. And I think, do I have the Stewart reports on every 2 years? Let's do a yearly report. I just want to see what he says. And we'll end the episode there. So I think that's everything. It looks like I am in pretty decent shape. I know all my counties are blinking, but that's because the Stewart's crying, which is okay. And the Earl and the Countess, I'm attacking 3 nobles at the same time, and it's not even a problem. So that's pretty awesome. So here comes the Bishop, who is now doing his land grab to the east, so I'm going to be butting heads with him soon, so I need to support my forces to the south. And here comes the Earl, not doing anything. The Countess is going to be doing some defensive work of her own. And there we go, 50. Really? 50? Whoa, and you're not even going to surrender. Okay, this, as soon as I kill one of these guys, they'll surrender. Sometimes it's 3 times the forces, sometimes it's over 3 times. But if the Countess is only sending 50 troops at me, she's fucked. So yeah, we're in good shape. Okay, so offer quarter again. There we go. Didn't even lose a dude. And here comes the knight. I wonder where he's marching. Or if he's going to actually be stupid enough to take on Baron. Alright, so this is what I wanted. And it's all peasants again. That's hilarious. Okay, now because I have archers here, they are going to be able to take on these forces. And I'm a little surprised my morale is so low with these guys. But I guess it's because I raised them from counties that were recently conquered for the most part. But yeah, fortunately, this army has a lot of range. So, sacrificial peasants, go. Now, longbowmen do not do as much damage as crossbowmen. Come on, get him, get him, get him. There we go. But they'll do enough damage to get the job done. My peasants already have terrible morale, though, so I'm probably going to lose them. But that's okay, they did their job. They pulled the other forces the other way. My swordsmen are going to gain morale throughout this. Even if I am probably going to lose some peasants here. But that's, like I said, that's okay. So I still have plenty of swordsmen. And I just got to arch the other set of units. Offer quarter. Yes. So I lost all my peasants. 61 people died from my army. But that just means less people to feed in Yorkshire. So the garrison holds firm. Nothing's going to happen in this siege. Garrison holds firm. Nothing's going to happen in this siege. So 3 sieges, guys. 3 sieges. All in one go. And now we're in good shape. The Earl says, "Your violence leaves me little choice. Way to fell self. I shall be revenged for your plundering." I hope so. So there we go. I've gained more counties. My size has gone low. My farm output's actually lowered because I've turned on the Stewart because he's a dick. My happiness is down, but my population is over 10,000. And actually, the bishop is the greatest noble. Probably because he has more castles. Because I have, by far, the most counties. And that should count for something. But because I'm spending so many of my crowns, I don't have a huge war chest. as opposed to the Earl, who's sitting on a bunch of money, but he can't really do anything with it. It'd be great if you could steal a nobleman's coffers if you took them. But right now, I have actually more units than anyone else, although the Baron has the luxury of not fighting 3 or 4 wars at the same time. I have the most people, the Earl... Oh, the Knight has the happiest people. Now, what bizarre world are we in today? I don't know, but somehow the Bishop's number 1. I don't know how he got knocked off our throne, except that he has more castles than I do. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Let's just go ahead and let the turn start, see if the Baron is going to, in fact, try and step. And it looks like he's just going for the Countess at this point. Please don't start attacking me. So we're just going to set up the siege and call this an episode. As let's see here, we don't need 360. Okay, we may need a few more builders, but what we're really going to need at this point is 240. Yeah, so we'll forge a little more. Food magically appears in this game, by the way, because these foragers don't actually take food from the population. They just apparently eat all the billions of berries in the English countryside. And that is enough to sustain them. So it's going to be the same strategy we did last time. We're just going to trebuchet the shit out of this, and then break the moat, and then break the forge. Not the forge, break the siege. Why am I saying forge? I have steam sail in the brain, I guess. Alright, so there we go. Simple, effective. Here we go. 2 seasons. Poor morale, perfect health. Now you're the guys that we need to start forging with. There we go. So we'll have 8 trebuchets next turn. This is just going to be second verse, same as the first for this guy. And in fact, I probably need to move that 1 trebuchet just a little further back. So I don't want it to be too far back that it's ineffective, but I don't want it to be so close that I just get hurt. Okay, so I moved him out of range. So I wish there was a little range marker in this game. That'd be fantastic. But yeah. I know these episodes are getting longer, and I appreciate you sticking around to watch them, or at least jumping through the videos to watch them. Whatever you like. I enjoy doing stuff like this for you all. It's different content. Like I said, I have not seen a single Let's Play of Lords of the Realm 1 for a full playthrough on the internet. So you've seen it here first, unless you played it yourself back in the day. So 3 sieges. We have 1 trebuchet being built. Okay, I thought we were building more than 1 trebuchet. Apparently I screwed that up and didn't hit the right buttons. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then these guys are going to forge like crazy next turn, because I'm actually not going to need a ton of trebuchets here. So yeah, just do that. Cool! Alright, so there's our besieging units. I think the Knight's actually going to be stupid and try and take this county, but he's been split off. Actually, whoa, that's right. The Knight actually lost Leicestershire, or whatever it's called, because he isn't connected by counties. So by me taking Derbyshire, I actually split up his kingdom. So now we have 1 noble with 1 county and 2 nobles with other counties. So I could actually be taking out the Knight and the Earl and almost simultaneously. So cool stuff. Yay. Hope you're all enjoying this. This is Way to Fail with more Lords of the Realm. It's going and going and going. I will see you all next time.